Hello everyone, my name is Amal. So today I will be presenting the results of my vulnerability assessment on the hidden Linux server assigned in our course 4220. So this presentation I will walk through the scope of the assessment, the tools I used, and also the methodology with the vulnerabilities discovered, how they impacted the confidentiality, integrity, and also the availability, and finally the remediation steps that would improve the security posture of the system. So this assessment is a part of our coursework in understanding how to perform the real-world penetration testing and also the vulnerability identification in a safe, controlled academic environment. So the purpose of the assessment. So the primary goal of this assessment was to systematically identify the weaknesses in the Linux system that could be exploited by an attacker. Specifically, I need to evaluate the system's confidentiality, integrity, and also the availability, often referred to as the CIA triad. I needed to use like industry tools that reflect the real-world vulnerability assessment processes. I need to document the vulnerabilities and also determine their severity levels using the common vulnerability scoring system, CVSS. And finally, I need to provide the clear, actionable remediation steps to strengthen the system. So this assessment is meant to stimulate a real enterprise environment where a cybersecurity analyst is responsible for detecting the issues and making recommendations to reduce the overall risk. So the system in scope. So the Linux server IP 192.168.1.30 served as the target of the assessment. The server resided in a controlled lab network, which allowed us to safely perform the vulnerability scanning without impacting the real production systems. So this network also presented realistic challenges such as service discovery, unexpected configurations, and also the hidden services. Focusing on one machine allowed for deeper analysis, especially on HTTPS related vulnerabilities. So the tools and methodology. So I used a combination of automated and also the manual tools. The major tools included the Greenbone Vulnerability Manager, GVM slash OpenVAS. GVM performs thousands of vulnerability tests using network-based scanning. I selected the full and fast scan profile, which performs a deep and also comprehensive assessment of common vulnerabilities. GVM also provides the CVSS severity scores that align with the industry best practices. So the next one is the Nmap. So Nmap used to validate the open ports, running services, and also the operating system fingerprints. Nmap provided additional verification that the vulnerabilities discovered were accurate. And also the next one is the manual verification. To confirm the medium level findings, I manually inspected the TLS certificate chain. I also manually assessed the wpad.dat file to confirm the wpad disclosure vulnerability. So using the both automated and also the manual tools ensures the accuracy and also help to eliminate the false positives. So next, the methodology. So the assessment followed a structured vulnerability management methodology similar to what's used in real penetration testing. So the discovery one started by performing a network reconnaissance like scan using the Nmap to discover the active IP open ports or running services and also SSL slash TLS informations. After confirming the services, I performed a full and fast VGVM scan to identify the known vulnerabilities tied to the system software versions and also the configurations. And also, I analyzed the output for accuracy, looking for especially for those who have high and also the medium vulnerabilities. Since the assignment requirement reporting only medium and also high vulnerabilities, I filtered out the low and also the informational requirements. For medium findings, I verified the each issue myself. I inspected the certificate expiration date and also downloaded the reviewed the wpad.dat file. So the next one is like the executive summary. So now that the methodology is clear, so there is like the high level summary of my results. The Linux server contained two medium severity vulnerabilities, and there were no any kind of high severity vulnerabilities. So the first issue discovered affected the encrypted communication and proxy auto discovery, both of which can be leveraged by the attackers to intercept the manipulate or traffic. Remediation is straightforward but important. Addressing these two issues significantly strengthens the security posture of the server. So the next one is going to be the TLS expired certificate. So the first medium severity vulnerabilities was the expired TLS certification. So an expired certificate means the server cannot be reliably authenticated by the clients. Encryption no longer assures the confidentiality and also integrity. Browsers and systems will produce errors and also warnings. Attackers can be impersonate the servers to decrypt the traffic using MITM techniques. So this is a major security concern because TLS certificates forms the foundation of secure web communication. So as I said, it can affect the confidentiality by compromise due to the untrusted encryption. Integrity by data could be tampered with the transit and also availability users may refuse to connect due to the security warnings. So the remediation. So to fix the TLS certificate issue, generate or obtain a new certificate. This can be done using a trusted certificate authority or like an internal CA for lab environments. Install the new certificate, configure it to the web server, and also ensures full certificate and also chain is present, and restart the reload the HTTP services. Implement the lifecycle monitoring. Use automated tools or scripts to alert the before expiration, so this prevents the future occurrence. So the next one is the WPAD information disclosure. So the second medium severity findings was a web proxy auto discovery information discover vulnerability. So the GVM and also manual validation revealed that the server hosted an accessible file, HTTP 192.168.1.30 WPAD /DAT. So why this matters? So WPAD is a legacy feature used to older systems to automatically locate the proxy configurations. So if attackers can influence or spoof WPAD responses, they can redirect the traffic to the malicious proxy servers, intercept the sensitive information, modify the content users receive, and also performs the phishing or malware injection attacks, which is dangerous. So the real world context, the WPAD risk has been recommended by the CART Coordination Center for Center as like the warning organization about the dangers of the proxy auto discovery. And the remediation to that is like to fix the WPAD issue. It's kind of straightforward. So disable the WPAD. Most modern systems do not require it. Disabling the WPAD entirely removes the attack surface. Remove or restrict the WPAD.dat file. So if the server does not need WPAD, delete the file and block the access to the the web server. Harden the DHCP and also the DNS. Attackers often manipulate the network configuration services to exploit the WPAD. So ensuring these services are secure to prevent the WPAD hijacking attempts. So I also found some law findings, which is not really important, but these are like the law findings which I found. ICMP timestamp responses and also the TCP timestamp responses. Um, so this reflects the minor information disclosure issues, which is not really harmful on their own, but attackers can use them for interfere the network behavior operating the system details. So the overall evaluation, so no high or critical vulnerabilities were found, but the medium vulnerabilities present meaningful risk, but they are kind of easy to fix, both related to the traffic interception and also making the MITM attacks the greatest threat. So if these two issues were remediated, the servers would be considered the well secured for the environment. And recommendations. Apply the remediations, replay the expired certificate, remove the doubly part exposure using a recurrent scans with the GVM or the some other softwares. Track certificate expiration automatically and also perform regular patching and also updates. Keeping the OS and also services up to date prevents the future vulnerabilities. And that is pretty much it to conclude the hidden Linux servers are moderately secure but contain the two important issues that could be exploited by attack. So resolving which is very important. So that is pretty much it. Thank you for listening at this time and happy to answer any questions. Thank you. Have a good day.